imparfait. Let's talk about this new form of the past. The imparfait is a past tense. You use it to describe ongoing actions in the past and to describe and talk about conditions. The imparfait answers the question, what was happening? You use it to describe and to tell about conditions. You use it to provide background information. And I think this needs to be over here. For example, il faisait beau. It was nice weather. Ils étaient déprimés. They were depressed. Tu n'avais pas faim. You weren't hungry. Les cochons voulaient partir. The pigs wanted to leave. Je faisais mes devoirs tout de suite. I used to do my homework right away. Elle écrivait bien. She used to write well. The imparfait is composed of a single word. Remember how passé composé is made up of two words? You've got an auxiliary plus a past participle. Well, thank goodness the imparfait is just one word. It's a verb conjugated with the imparfait endings. So, what are the imparfait endings? To form the imparfait, you start with the new form of the verb in the present tense. You drop the ONS and you add the following endings: AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ, AIENT. Let's say the endings. E, ion, ie, e. Notice how they fit in that boot shape. E, and e all sound exactly alike. The outliers are ion, ie. Now, it seems kind of obvious, and it is very obvious. There's only one irregular. It's the verb être. Everything else follows the pattern. You learn the rule, follow the rule, and you can't go wrong. So with parler, it's really simple. Chop off the ONS. Parler, parler, parler. Parlions, parliez, parler. With finir, you chop off the ONS. Now keep in mind that IR verbs have an interesting double S in the middle. So you have finissez, 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 finitions, finissiez, finissez. So these finissez, 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 and finissez, they all sound alike. Vendre, it's pretty obvious. Boire. Now, boire is a little bit different. The present tense of boire, remember, the new form is nous buvons. Okay? So that affects how this is done in the imparfait. Je buvais, tu buvais, il buvait. Nous buvions, vous buviez, il buvait. We do have a couple of scary verbs. Grossir, it's completely regular, but the presence of two sets of double S's kind of freaks people out sometimes. So the present tense is nous grossissons, chop off the ONS, and you get je grossissais, tu grossissais, il grossissait, nous grossissions, vous grossissiez, elle grossissait. Étudier, what is it that's scary for people? It's that extra I. So the present tense is nous étudions. You chop off the ONS and you've still got that E in there, which is fine. Here, j'étudiais, tu étudiais, il étudiait. Oops, we're missing an I here, aren't we? But it gets a little bit scary when we come to nous étudions, vous étudiez, elles étudiaient. Don't you think? I gotta fix that one now. Étudier. Être, and avoir. The only irregular one is être, right? Because in the present tense we say nous sommes. But you know what? The stem for the imparfait is est. So j'étais, tu étais, il était, nous étions, vous étiez, elles étaient. Avoir is regular, right? Nous avons, so j'avais, tu avais, il avait, nous avions, vous aviez, elles avaient. Faire and aller are both regular. Je faisais, tu faisais, il faisait, Nous faisions, vous faisiez, elle faisait. Aller, stem is regular. J'allais, tu allais, il allait. Nous allions, vous alliez, elles allaient. Now there's a couple of things to remember. Remember verbs like nager that end in ger. In the present tense, you've got je mange, tu manges, il mange. But you have to add this funny E in here to the nous form, nous mangeons, because this O makes the G hard. You have to make it soft by putting an E in. Same with verbs that end in cer, like commencer. Je commence, tu commences, il commence. Nous commençons, nous commençons. We had to put the CD on the C because the O makes the C hard. O's and A's do funny things to C's and G's. In order to preserve the soft sound of the C, we had to use a CD. That rule carries over into the imparfait. So, because O's and A's make G's hard, we had to add an E. Je nageais, tu nageais, il nageait. Notice we don't have it here. Nous nagions, vous nagiez. Why? Because we have an I. I's don't affect G's weird. Elle nageait. Okay, let's look at the CER ones. Je commençais, tu commençais, il commençait. Look at the nous and the vous. We don't have to use a CD because we have an I here. I's don't affect C's. It's A's and O's that make C's hard. In order to keep the soft sound, you have to use a CD. Okay, let's look at a few last ones. Lire, dire, and écrire are totally normal. But sometimes we forget how to conjugate these verbs. These are three odd verbs, really. Nous lisons, so lise is really your stem. Je lisais, tu lisais, il lisait. Nous lisions, vous lisiez, elle lisait. Je disais, tu disais, il disait. Nous disions, vous disiez, elle disait. Écrire, that one people forget all the time. Right? We have nous écrivons, so j'écrivais, tu écrivais, il écrivait. Nous écrivions, vous écriviez, elles écrivaient. And that's the end. Thank you for listening.